What is going on, everybody? Welcome in, welcome out, and welcome to the stream. I figured since we had all kinds of things going on, the last 4 or 5 episodes, hard to even catch your breath. I'm like, hey, maybe we do the thing that I talked about and we put all the Universal titles on the line. This is not a pay-per-view event. We will be doing this 1 to 2 times a month where it will be the Universal Champions, whether they're in the WCW or the WWE, will come to the Monday Night War Arena and put those titles on the line against the opposite promotion. What do I mean? You're about to find out. First match, always going to be 7 matches. First match is either going to be a men's 8-way or a women's 8-way, so we can determine who would be really good candidates, who should be kind of vaulted up towards the top at some of these titles. Doesn't mean they got to win, but we got to see how they perform against the other ones in the ring. Now, we've got Michelle McCool and Lita going to face off against the Gatecrasher, Sarah and Repetia, Universal Championship on the line. The Divas Championship, Miss Nightmare will be facing off against Rhea Ripley, and the Women's World Universal Champion, Tiffany Stratton, getting a shot here tonight against Witcher. Champion Totes McGoats of the Universal $1 Million title will be putting that on the line against Jey Uso. I got to tell you, like if I was going to watch some of these matches, this is one of those matches I'd want to see. Totes versus Jey Uso. That seems interesting to me. This is another one. Vampiro Jr., Zach Hamilton going up. We just saw Mosh and Thrasher win the Universal Tag Team title. So this is another one of those matches where I think these teams and their styles match up really well. Should be a banger. And then, can you believe it? Bret Hart putting the Universal title on the line against Stone Cold Steve Austin. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. What's going on, Prime Time? Welcome to the stream, brother. What's going on? Jesse the Jackhammer, what is happening, my man? Welcome to the stream. Guys, remember, too, I forgot. I didn't even say it the entire show. We were doing it last time. But jump in there. Looks like we need some help. So drop the likes, subscribe, do all that stuff. But share the video. Right now is the time, as we're getting this thing started, to share the video. What is going on, JP? Welcome to the stream. Look at the state of this arena, too. Wrestle War. The WCW versus the WWE. So, why is there only 7 matches? That's so we can determine, did WCW win this episode or did the WWE?
Making his way to the ring, representing the New Foundation from Virginia, weighing in at 308 pounds. Sinister Trout.
So Sentinel, multi-time, 2-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, and held the belt and defended it for the longest, the greatest WCW World Champion we have to date. Of course, he was going to be in this match. Honestly, you look at like Rowdy, you look at Sinister, you look at Sentinel, and that's probably the 2 guys getting the shot at the next Universal World title. But look, here's the deal. Bret Hart of the WCW holds that title belt, so these guys in this setting can't get it. That doesn't mean we're not going to see WCW guys fighting WCW guys, but we'll see it in the pay-per-views. We'll see that kind of stuff happening there. We might see it on a Monday Nitro. You will only see WWE wrestlers facing off against WCW wrestlers. You won't see WWE versus WWE. You will see, this is where these 2 organizations go to settle their problems, to settle the score, to determine who is going to be the best one. What is going on, Vampiro? Welcome to the stream, brother. Oh, look at this new syndicate. We got a much better one now.
From the nearest nightclub, weighing in at 306 pounds, Rowdy Hunt.
and Rowdy, another. And I mean, just as of a couple days ago, WCW World Champion, gonna get his shot again, though, at Fall Brawl. And obviously, it seems like, and it's not that we won't see WCW wrestlers, but it seems like it will be the Syndicate versus the NWO. You know, you look at the NWO, you look at all the stuff, yeah, they've had some people, they've had some things go on, but the NWO really struggling since Recon Delta left. At one point, Recon Delta led the NWO. That was like probably the next best iteration. We had it in season 1 with Rob Simpson leading the NWO. Totes winning the rights and then handing it over to Rob Simpson and walking away. Rob Simpson no longer in the company, or at least not right now. And then the next time we see a successful iteration of the NWO is when Recon Delta was leading. So it's been a minute since we've seen a successful NWO. What's going on, Blazed Radio? Welcome to the stream, brother.
And from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
So you can see right there, Seth Rollins, the current WWE World Champion. So far, everybody in this match has been a world champion up to this point. What's going on, Logan Windsor? Welcome to the stream. So again, guys, a little bit different. This match coming in between Monday Nitro and Thursday Thunder. Every few weeks, every couple of weeks, 2 times a month, we're going to see the WCW and WWE get together. This is like a special episode, still counted in our episodes, but a special episode. That way we can make sure we can see the WWE wrestlers when they're winning these belts, see them wrestling and against the WCW. It's easy to do it the other way, not as easy to do it when they're winning the belts.
Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
So Cody Rhodes, the very first Universal Champion in our universe, beat Totes McGoats for the belt, then lost it in a rematch later on to Totes McGoats, but the very first Universal Champion in our universe, also very integral part of helping getting the WCW going. Once he got it established, once he got it going, he left and went back to the WWE here tonight, trying to prove that he needs another shot at the Universal World title. And look, this opening match almost serves as the tiebreaker, right? 6 titles, 2 tag titles, a Divas, and a $1 million title and 2 world titles. So this kind of serves as the opening match, but also as the tiebreaker. One time you're going to see it with the men. One time you're going to see it with the women. And I'm not saying people have to win this match, but how they show out in this match, maybe they get a shot at the $1 million title. Maybe they get a shot at the world title. But this match kind of starts lining up your pecking order.
The Bloodline from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Roman Reigns.
And then looking too like what is happening and what is going on in the WCW. We see the syndicate happening. We see the rise of the NWO. We see the rise of the corporate syndicate. So we've seen a lot of things going on. We've seen a lot of things happening. And what is crazy about this is this storyline has been going on since about season 2. There's elements that actually date all the way back to season 1. So I don't know, like I try to tell you guys, I don't know how some of these things are going to play out. I don't know sometimes how long they're going to go. But right now, things have been happening in the ring to start bringing all these things together. And I'm telling you, if you've missed the last 5 shows, the last 6 shows, go back to the last 1 or 2 episodes in December. Start watching it from there, because since then, it has been on another level. It has been like a freight train going down the tracks, chugga, chugga, choo-choo on that. But a freight train that has been going down these tracks, and I'm not in control of what's happening. You guys know, like I know that you guys see what's going on. Witcher sister, welcome to the stream. Agent Dustin, what is happening? Like you guys know, I don't control the wrestlers. So I write out these storylines, and based on things that happen in the ring, determine what direction we're going with any of it. Sometimes the game kills storylines. Sometimes it makes them.
And from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle.
So I thought also one of the nice things about doing something like this, one of the nice things about maybe having a Monday Night Wars match, a Monday Night Wars arena, is we will get to see some wrestlers that we don't typically get to see. And while the match is still going to be bangers, there's no way, you guys have seen the card, there's no way these matches aren't going to be on another level. But kind of a quick little break maybe, where now the WWE wrestlers, maybe they've got problems, maybe they got things, the WCW wrestlers, maybe the Syndicate and the NWO has problems, but not in this arena. In this arena, the Syndicate and the NWO and the WCW wrestlers all on the same side, all on the same team. Oh, you're part of you're part of the WCW.
And representing the NWO from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 269 pounds,
Jay Savage, brand new attitude, same old Savage. Don't be savage, or don't be average, be savage. Yeah, and look, I'm going to tell you right now, Agent Destin, kind of a good example of what happens from time to time, and this just happened to Totes also. There is recently, in the last 20 episodes, Totes wasn't even on an episode for 12 of them. Sometimes things happen where you as a wrestler, there's so many other things going on. Again, this is what I'm talking about, where I don't control the storylines. When things are happening and things are going downtown, look at the state of this. Only Shawn Michaels, you know what I mean? But what's crazy about it, the Dragunov story starts to take off, and then other stories like jump over the top of it. So sometimes things happen, and with as many wrestlers as we have, sometimes you get lost in the shuffle. Happened to Sentinel. Sentinel was like, things were happening, Sentinel was losing. I actually kept Sentinel off for quite a few episodes, and then Sentinel comes back, goes on to be the greatest WCW champion of all time. So it happens that way. Like if you watch the WWE, you watch AEW, you watch any wrestling program on TV, that is the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you get lost in the shuffle. Sometimes Matt Storm comes in and bam, the game boosts Matt Storm right to the top because of the way we do things. So doesn't happen very often. That's what makes it super rare. I think Matt Storm probably the fastest to ever come into our universe and then win a world title belt. Did not see that one coming. But regardless of that, Matt Storm going to have to put that title belt on the line at Fall Brawl against Rowdy. Fall Brawl will be a War Games style pay-per-view.
And their opponent from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Always like seeing Shawn Michaels get in the ring. Like, you look at just the likes of the people that are in this match. You want to talk about dream booking. That is almost what this is all about. Dream booking the matches, but big implications for both organizations on the line. Big implications for the WWE and the WCW. WCW held those Universal title belts forever. The WWE wrestlers didn't get many shots at it, and this is part of the reason why we want to do something like this. That way both organizations have a fair shot at having these titles. Both organizations have a fair shot at the boosts. But here we go, 8-man elimination match. Falls should be counting anywhere. And quickly, all these guys getting off to fast starts. So we've got members of WCW, members of the New World Order, members of the Corporate Syndicate, the leader, as a matter of fact, of the Corporate Syndicate, and wrestlers from the WWE. And then in the case of Shawn Michaels, you gotta, even though he's aligned right now with the WWE, kind of a legend, almost a legend deal. Everybody else in this group at the time signed legend deals. Shawn Michaels went back to the WWE. It's crazy, too. Just got done watching the Shawn Michaels story, and if you watch that thing, absolutely crazy. Which yours isn't on cooldown, but that's almost what happens when you become the Universal Champion. Rowdy now hooks the leg, and look at this, not a mistake. And this is one of those things, like when you look inside this match, I just got done saying it is the WCW versus the WWE, but you see right there and right off the bat, can the Corporate Syndicate put aside their differences for the good of WCW? You got Sentinel representing the WCW, Rowdy representing the WCW, but the leader of the Corporate Syndicate, and then Jay Savage representing the WCW, but a member now of the New World Order. So can these three guys come together and start getting out some of the WWE guys? And it's funny, you're going to see right off the bat, whoever wins this match, every time we have the Monday Night Wars, every time we do this, this is the tiebreaker match. So whoever wins, the WCW or the WWE, at the end of the day, when you're looking at the bragging rights, it's going to be that team that has the advantage throughout the show. So every single match, really, really important to both of these organizations. And just the way it fell this time, you kind of got 5 on 3. Even though they don't wrestle like that, But oh, look at that. Cody Rhodes, no stranger to WCW wrestlers, taking that sledgehammer, throwing it across, hitting Rowdy on it. Savage sees it and turns that back around for him. Shawn Michaels and Rowdy now hooking it up. But this is, again, one of those things we got to make sure, as far as WCW goes, that one of our three wrestlers wins this match, gives us the advantage. Now, it's not to say, oh, whoever wins this wins it, right? That's going to come down to the titles. But if it splits 3-3, it'll come down to this match. And unfortunately, it almost doesn't look like this is supposed to be the elimination match that it is supposed to be, because we see people breaking things up, and they shouldn't be breaking up pinfalls, you wouldn't think. So this might be a one pin and you win. We'll have to see. Sometimes it's an accident, sometimes it's not. So the next time, if we can get a better camera angle on this. What? Oh! And this is not going to be an elimination match the way it should be. Normally I'd restart it, but we're not going to do it. So now almost everybody on equal footing. But we need one of our guys to be the one doing the pinning. Look at Shawn Michaels though. Shawn Michaels right now just absolutely controlling the ring, and there, a little teamwork you see by Rowdy and Sentinel. Now, of course, everybody individually is going to want to win this match. I'm not saying that, but will the greater good happen? Crossroads onto Rowdy, and immediately broken up. You can see right now, with that many people in the ring, it's going to be hard to get the pin. So it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy for the guy that wins it. You see blood now running down the face of Cody Rhodes. You see blood running down the face of Kurt Angle. Roman now, he's got Angle. Is Angle going to tap out? No, they finally get that broken back up. Seth now going for the pin, but Rowdy able to get out of that corner, get him tagged down. Jay Savage now going for the crazy big leg drop, but the way he did it was very different. And this just goes to show, no matter what you do, even though it's like a couple less matches, no matter what you do, sometimes something gets past you when you're making up the match cards, and this got past me, obviously. But again, this is going to make it harder to win. What is going on? Herbie, welcome to the stream. Eagle Star, what is happening, brother? Welcome to the stream. Oh, Kurt Angle trying to get Rowdy with that chair. Rowdy getting it turned back around. Jay Savage right now, the only WCW guy in the ring is Sentinel. Shawn Michaels just hit him. Rose SpaghettiOs. Oh, just got Shawn with that. Nobody able to get over and break things up. Sentinel and Rowdy fighting it out. And that's the part where, okay, yeah, every man for himself, but you probably don't want to be putting your efforts in like that. Rowdy doesn't give a crap, though. He said, you know what? Sentinel, you got me. I'm going to give you the big right hook. Sentinel rolling out of the ring, though. Now Rowdy waiting and looking like the next one he wants to go after. hits him with the Rowdy Redemption, and then turns around, whips Roman Reigns into the corner. Big slam down onto him, and is he going to go for the pin? That would have been amazing had he hit him with the Rowdy Redemption and then immediately went for the pin. Going for it now. 1, 2, and Rowdy almost able to sneak out and get the win for WCW right there. What is going on, King Sam? Welcome to the stream. So guys, again, if you're just joining us, all the storylines you really want to see, while they may progress a little bit, it won't be on purpose. This is almost a little break where the best of the WCW and the best of the WWE are going to come up here and fight it out twice a month. And look at this, Rotro and the SpaghettiOs for this. The NWO not putting aside their differences, and Jay Savage hits Rowdy with the old tripletta, the triple butterfly. And I appreciate that, King Sam. Big things coming, I'm telling you guys. Wait till the Thursday Thunder when you're looking to see how those stories progress. And look at that, a little tripletta again, but this time on to Seth Rollins. Cody waiting for him. Rowdy got saved. It looked like Roman Reigns was getting ready to come at him, but Cody Rhodes and Kurt Angle in the way. And Jay Savage kicking out in 1. That was odd. Shawn Michaels didn't even try it. And that Sentinel's finisher onto Shawn Michaels, but immediately Seth Rollins able to break that up. Look at the blood coming down off the face of Kurt Angle. I mean, it is quite a bit of blood. Shawn Michaels split open. Kurt Angle split open. Rowdy split open. Jay Savage on the outside trying to catch his breath. And Jay Savage, it's hard to see it, but Jay Savage just saved Rowdy from a worse fate, and now a double team. And somehow Sentinel broke up all two of those tags. Rowdy at first looked like he was going for it. Savage throws the steps. Cody steps out of the way, however, and look at this. Kurt Angle taking the singlet straps down, looking like he was getting ready to deliver something, but instead Roman and Rowdy gonna grab Kurt Angle, tell him to cool his jets a little bit. And this might be it. Can Cody get it in? No. Roman Reigns right on top of the action. Really appreciate it, King Sam. Cody now picking him up, taking him down. Sentinel dropping Shawn and then breaking that one up. So Savage on the outside. And this is what I mean. We've seen a lot of great wrestling from these guys right now. Cody having a great match. Roman Reigns having what you expected, don't get me wrong. Shawn Michaels able to control the ring for quite some time. All these guys proving why they are in this match right now for their organizations. Whoa, here he goes again. Roman Reigns hits Cody Rhodes, but it looks like Seth Rollins right there. Seth able to break it up, but immediately Jay Savage right on to Seth Rollins, and now Savage starting to control the ring himself. Whips Roman into the corner. Sees the other two guys getting up, but look, at the end of the day, 3-on-1, WWE to WCW guys. Savage trying to get back to his feet. And Cody able to kick out in 2. So Cody on the ground. Can Savage get something in here? Oh, both guys down. Savage now whips him on the outside. Is he going to try to tripletta him right here? Little triple butterfly. No. Cody catches him riding dirty, though. And everybody else on the outside of the ring, but these three on the inside. Cody now taking him over to the corner. I don't think he sees Roman Reigns. My bad. He does see Roman Reigns. Smashes him. Savage coming off. Taking him downtown. And tripletta right onto Roman Reigns. This could be it. Can he get the pin in? Everybody else busy doing other things. Referee had to run around the block a couple times. Couldn't just call it from where he was at. Had to run around. And that gave people the opportunity to come in and break up that pin. Sentinel rolled out of the ring. Getting back up to his feet. Seth Rollins split open. He's waiting, but look at that. Cody Rhodes tried to hit Seth with the Cody Cutter, but Seth stayed on his feet again, and look at this. What a reversal. Reversing him back around, now attacking the arms, and is he going to get him right here? He is. Seth might win this match. Rowdy trying to get to his feet. Can he break it up? And he does not, and Seth Rollins wins this match by pinning Cody Rhodes.
Here is your winner, Seth freaking Rollins.
So you look at the current WWE champion, the one guy that walked in with a belt currently around his waist. All of these guys obviously world caliber title holders, but Seth Rollins coming in and walking out with the victory over Cody Rhodes. Now, what's going on, Derek? Welcome to the stream. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. Now we get into the last 6 matches. The WWE holds the tiebreaker advantage. That means the WCW has to walk out of here with 4 of the title belts. They have 5 of them right now, but they have to be able to walk out with 4 of the title belts. Don't know if you guys are watching the SSU, watching the Solo Season Universe, but Solo recently changed up his universe so that it could all function properly. I showed him a couple tricks. He changed it up to do a few things. That's half the battle. There is another half of the battle that takes quite some time to do, but well worth it. If you want to see how to do that, we got a goal right now in the stream. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to show you regardless by the time we get to the end of it. But if you want to see it now rather than later, if we hit our goal, our super chat goal, we will have tomorrow that stream. I put it out there a couple times. We haven't hit it yet, but if we do, and we got less time, less stuff to do, but if we hit it, we will see it now. And drop the like, subscribe, do those things, right? You guys know that. Now, the Gatecrashers who have held on to these title belts for quite some time will be putting the title belts on the line and against 2 legends who have hooked it up in the WWE to form a tag team to come now and try to take these belts back from Repentia and take them back from Sarah.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Universal Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Michelle McCool and Lita Cool.
Just want to double check real quick.
The Universal Women's World Tag Team Champions and the WCW Extreme Classic Champions, the Corporation.
So, if Repentia and Sarah can find a way here tonight to retain the titles, they will break a three-way tie with Holly H. Hart and Pam Hart when they were in the WWE, no longer even in the Universe Mode, but they defended the titles 3 times. Then Kylie Watson and Misty Watson defended it 3 times. Repentia and Sarah now have defended it 3 times. This will be the record-breaking time if they can find a way to win tonight against Michelle McCool and Lita. No easy task. These teams very evenly matched. You can see, even as far as size goes, Lita's probably a little bit shorter, Michelle a little bit taller, but all the ladies right around the same weights, right around the same whatever. Lita, more of that extreme style wrestler. Michelle has her own thing. Repentia, like, really more of the brutal type. And then Sarah, kind of the high flyer, technical style wrestler. Not so much the extreme, but the like a technical high flyer style, where Lita is more of an extreme high flyer style. So, should be an amazing match. Women always put on bangers, but if they can win the title, retain the titles here tonight, they will have broken the universal record for most title defenses by a team in a row. But so far, looking like the team of Lita and Michelle really holding their own now, going for a pin, and you knew it wasn't going to happen, so Repentia sits down there, lets it happen for a little bit, but doesn't even let the referee get a 1 count in. And this is the thing that they're going to have to do, because if you let Repentia get going, things can be over in a hurry. And this is just one of those moves right there. Goes in there, and maybe you think it's a mistake. She knows where she's at, so goes over, gets Lita to jump down off the thing, and then gets Michelle, and then drives 2 knees right into the back. Now Repentia, oh, look at how fast Michelle recovers right there, getting back to her feet, not allowing Repentia. Thought she had some time to get back over there, but did not have any time at all. Now getting up, will she tag in Sarah? No, going right after Lita to make sure she stays in control. But how long does she plan on staying in? And is she going to get distracted by McCool? And she does. Michelle distracting her for long enough, even though she was the recipient of a little stunner off that top rope. It still allows her tag team partner to get back in control of the match. And this was the thing that we're waiting for. Are we going to see a double team maneuver right there? So far we have not. But Repentia bringing the action back over to her corner so she can control it over there. A lot less things to go wrong when you've got that other wrestler in your corner. You got a little bit of help. You kind of got a safety net a little bit. And now able to get in, get Sarah tagged in while Lita tries to get back up. And that's another thing right there. Very wisely just rolling quickly out of the ring so Sarah can get more of a straight line coming towards Lita. And Sarah now firmly in control of the match and what is going on. So Lita now going over, throwing. Lita whipping her into the ropes. And not going down or coming up. And Michelle realizes that Lita might not have saw that coming. So maybe just the shock of it would have made it so she couldn't kick out in time. But Lita now right back up on her feet, back in control of the match. And getting things turned around. Ruh-roh SpaghettiOs goes, hooks the leg. One. And that is typically the setup to the Lita Salt, but we have also seen her in matches that way as well. Michelle now, the legal woman, tagged into the ring. Sarah trying to get her wits about her, but Michelle wisely not letting her do it. Back elbow. And a little flippity-doo-dah, little double arm catch, top of the noggin to you. Drops her back on her head. Does it yet again. Michelle rolling out of the ring, and now Sarah, doesn't make it out of the ring. I think she realized she was going. And Repentia able to get over there quickly. Deliver the old butt buster right to the face. Lita still looking on, though. Oh, and Michelle gets out of the way in the nick of time. Big boot goes, rolls up the leg. Not even the one count, though. Sarah there to break it up. And Michelle gets Lita tagged in. Now, you got to believe Lita's probably ready to bring this thing off the top rope at some point. Whoa. I think Repentia realizes this as well. And recently I was listening to something else, and I might be saying Repentia's name wrong, but I've been saying it that way so long, I'm going to keep going. Once I heard what I think somebody said it as right, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Repentia. That's what I think of. Oh, Lita comes in right away, knocks her, jumps over Repentia into Sarah, hits her in the leg, but look at this. One crazy move deserves another, hooks the leg, one. And only a one count. Oh, Lita went to get up and quick. Sarah did not like the way that was going, and look at the state of this. I've seen some owies in my life, but my shoulder feels like it just got ripped out of its socket. Like, no way that was going to happen. Lita now trying to crawl over, but Repentia not letting her do it. Yeah, I heard somebody, I heard Solo, he's the one, say Repentia. And I think that's probably right. I'm not having it. Not doing it. No Repentia on this one. Maybe one day, but not today. Michelle sees what's going on with her partner, runs over. Repentia tried to catch her riding dirty, but did not. And heck, at this point, I can't even tell who the legal person is now. I feel obligated to let you know the tag team title belts will not change hands on a countout. Both women fighting back and forth, and this only helps out the Gatecrashers, who are the current champions, but Michelle McCool better find a way to get the Gatecrashers back into the ring. And look, I don't think Repentia cares. Yeah, and it was looking like Michelle McCool and Lita were in control of that match. We saw the Gatecrashers kind of jump up real quick a little bit, but they were clearly losing that match, so a really heads-up move by Repentia, staying on the outside and retaining. Yeah, okay, you lost the match, but they do retain the Women's Universal Tag Team titles. I mean, it's a funny thing at the end of the day. Yeah, they got the win, so really it's the WWE too. Didn't really think about it happening that way, but it is the WWE 2, WCW right now 0. So they may end up winning the bragging rights. However, at the end of the day, the most important thing is who is bringing home the title belt. So they won that match, but because the Gatecrashers retained those title belts, they retained the boost. I'm sure WCW would be like, fine, win all the matches by count out. We don't care. We'll keep the title belts. Now,
the following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal Women's International Championship.
that is right. Miss Nightmare, former Universal Women's World Champion, former Universal $1 Million Champion, making her way down to the ring right now to face off against Rhea Ripley. And you can see current WCW Women's Tag Team Champion will be facing off tonight against Rhea Ripley. This is the one match, or there are two matches, that the WWE actually hold the belt, that the WCW has a chance to get the belts back from. We've already seen them retain the Women's World Tag Team title belts. Can the WCW win here tonight? Can Miss Nightmare here tonight win the Universal Divas Champion and bring it back to the WCW? Still, the one thing you got to say that no matter what happens in this match, hands down, if you're passing out awards, would have to get the Freaky Award. You're looking at Rhea. You're looking at Miss Nightmare, and that's the only word you can come up with. There's not another word. Well, maybe brutality. Oh, that is super cool. You look at the way the light shines off of that when she's holding it up, and because of where she's standing, it looked like that plate was purple on her title belt, but not the case. A gold plate, it wouldn't have went the same way. So quite an interesting thing. It's funny when you see some of these belts with the wrestlers and their entrances, it takes on a little bit different meaning for those title belts. So very interesting. But here's the other thing. I don't know if I'd want to get in the ring with either one of these two ladies. Like, they look pissed off all the time as it is. So, yeah. And then the crowd's out here chanting, Rita's gonna, so.
Introducing the challenger from Death Valley, one half of the WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, Miss Nightmare.
What is going on, Sentinel? Welcome to the stream.
And her opponent from Adelaide, Australia, the Universal Women's International Champion, Rhea Ripley.
And see, that is another reason, this title very specifically is another reason why we have to start doing the Monday Night War things. If they are the universal titles and can be defended or fought for by both companies, both organizations, the WWE and the WCW, this title belt has only ever been fought for 14 times. The other one's over 30 times. This one only 14 times. So we got to get the recognition of this title up. And look, too, at the end of the day, Charlotte Flair wins it, defends it one time. Susie Lee wins it, defends it one time. Jade Cargill wins it, defends it one time. Miss Nightmare wins it, defends it one time. It has never been defended twice. Is Rhea Ripley going to change that? Does she start it here tonight? This is her very first title defense. Can she turn it around here tonight and defend this title belt tonight and start a longer streak, start bringing legitimacy to this title? To be fair, yeah, it's only been defended 14 times, but it's only ever been defended once by 3 different women wrestlers. When you look at the universal, like the equivalent on the men's side, the Universal $1 Million title, it has been defended 11 times in a row. Very legitimized title. This title belt looking for the same thing. Which woman is going to step up from the WWE or the WCW? Tonight, Miss Nightmare representing the WCW and the NWO, if you guys didn't catch that. Rhea Ripley representing the WWE. One of them has got to bring this title belt home. Is it going to be defended or is it coming back to the WCW tonight? What's going on, Becky? Welcome to the stream. You guys got the popcorn? You have the popcorn? Are you sitting on the couch? Are you watching it on the big screen? That's what I need to know. I sit out. I have an outdoor bar that's an enclosed, like, screened-in outdoor bar, and that's where I watch these shows at. We have them, and then I put them on my bar TV, sit out there, have a drink, and enjoy. My wife's like, oh, your show's on. Okay. What is hilarious about it, the first 5 or 6 times, she didn't even know it was me that was doing the announcing. She was like, who is that sexy mother trucker on the okay, she didn't say that, but I know she was thinking it. But yeah, no, she didn't say that. And look at the state of this already. Miss Nightmare getting the 2 count. Oh! Taking it off the top rope. A little flippity-doo-dah action for you. And Rhea showing her that she does not appreciate it. The top rope business was not appreciated. She will not be sending a thank you card. And now getting a 2 count on to Miss Nightmare. And that's really the deal. We know Miss Nightmare kind of leaned up a little bit. Increased her speed just a little bit. But still, both of these ladies, their game at the end of the day is power. Probably give the edge on the power side to Rhea, but both of their games are still a power game. Now rolls up the leg. One. And look at the authority. Look at the brutality of which Rhea Ripley just kicked out of that pinfall. This Nightmare, look, she's like, maybe she didn't find it amusing. She threw her out, and I think she thought better of it, now waiting inside the ring, and I'm pretty sure Totes on the outside, who escorted her down to the ring, told her, hey, don't you do it. She's going to bait you to get you on the outside of the ring. Miss Nightmare heeding the advice, heeding the counsel of Totes on the outside, waited and now stays in control. And that is her finishing move. This could be it. Bone Crusher applied. 2. And Rhea still, even though it was a 2 count, Rhea still kicking out with authority. Oh, Rob Roscatios, you saw the Bone Crusher. Now look at the state of this. And she almost, I thought, retained her title, but somehow Miss Nightmare, just to show you why Miss Nightmare was the one chosen by our GM, Eric Bischoff, to fight in this match here tonight. You have to be chosen by the GM. But to fight here tonight, you just saw why, able to kick out of it. Miss Nightmare getting back to her feet. Don't know that she sees Rhea up on top. Missile drop kick. Oh! Steps out of the way of the big headbutt, and she might have put her right on the back of her head. And Miss Nightmare brings home the Universal Divas title. So Miss Nightmare able to pin Rhea Ripley here tonight, and I called it. You saw it when she did. It wasn't that move was so crazy. It was how Rhea landed on the back of her head. You could tell, possibly even causing a concussion onto Rhea here tonight. Miss Nightmare obviously recognized it too, rolls her up. And I don't think normally she would roll her up in that manner, but rolled her up right there and got the pin for the 1, 2, 3. So now WWE 2, WCW 1. But the WCW, even in the match they lost by countout, so the belt didn't change hands. Right now, the WCW controls 5 of the 6 title belts. Will that change here in this match? Right now, Witcher getting ready, representing the WCW, to put the Universal Women's title belt on the line against Tiffany Stratton. Will it be Tiffy time here tonight? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We don't know. But what we do know is the falls will count anywhere.
Is a falls count anywhere match, and is for the Universal Women's World Championship.
And that's the other crazy thing right there. Like, at the end of the day, this Nightmare goes over clean, winning back the title. You guys know I love lighting. Like, I love it in real life. You can look behind me. You can see, like, I've even got bigger plans for that. I've got some things. I just haven't done it yet. If you can see my desk, it is all lit up anyway. Like, we've got lighting everywhere. Big fan of lighting. My kitchen, my lights, my house runs off voice commands for lights. Love lighting. I have never seen this entrance before. Every time we have brought Tiffy out, Tiffany Stratton has been with somebody else and haven't seen this. Absolutely. Jade Cargill now and Tiffany Stratton, two favorite entrances to happen. But entrances are not going to win you title belts. And what will is the state of this, the state of The Witcher. And if that doesn't freak you out, I don't know what is. I would be, if I was Tiffany Stratton and I'm just sitting down at the ring and I'm watching what's going on, and then all of a sudden, boom, Witcher's music hits and I look over and she is stuck in the middle of the moon at the Titantron and there are no strings attached. No, I'm out. I'm not doing it. Not gonna do it, but you know, there is a reason why they call her the Witcher. She has some mystical powers that have not been explained as of yet. Nobody understanding the hows and the whys. And since these powers started manifesting, since these powers have shown up, she has been on a winning streak, leading her right to the Universal Women's Championship. Already beat, not once, but twice, the greatest women's Universal Champion who defended the belt 9 times. Cheyenne won it at the start of the birth of WCW 2.0 and held on to it all the way through 61 episodes in Season 2. Unheard of. 9 title defenses before Witcher beats her. And then Witcher in a prove-it match beats her again. Now, putting that title belt back on the line against a WWE wrestler in Tiffany Stratton.
Introducing the challenger from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton. And her opponent from Austin, Texas, the Universal Women's World Champion, the Superstar, Tony the Witch Cox.
Speaking of Austin, Texas, in the month of May, I will be back. And I will be able to say, finally, Totes has come back to Austin, Texas. But not yet. I can't say yet. We can't say it until May. One of my buddies, got a lot of friends in Austin, Texas. One of my buddies getting married out there. So we are going to go out there, have some drinks, have a good time. Get him all hitched up. So here we go. You can see no size advantage, really. Probably Witcher a little bit on the height. Maybe by an inch, maybe a half an inch. I don't know. Not by much. Tiffany maybe a little bit in the definition department, but very similar sized wrestlers. However, very different wrestling styles. You look at Witcher, really built upon submission moves. Even her Witch's Brew, very submission-esque. And then you can see, if you were going to give the speed or the agility edge to somebody, obviously it has got to be Witcher. Tiffany goes for a swing, comes up with a miss. Witcher able to get in, get out, do a couple jabs, bring in a kendo stick, and then break it right over the right knee of Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany tried to get out of the way, but look, this is the thing that you don't want. You don't want to let Witcher get rolling. And then again, I don't know, maybe you don't want to get rolling on Witcher because she will turn it around, use the powers that she has, and suck the energy back out of you. But you look, like we say, okay, she's a submission-style wrestler. She does this. She's got the speed, but also right there proving that she's got the power to back it up as well. So Tiffany maybe did not understand in the match that she's in or the person that she's fighting, much like a lot of WCW wrestlers. Once she started bringing those powers. Once she started getting those powers and doing the things, I don't think a lot of WCW wrestlers understood what they were up against. But she's starting to figure it out right now. So while we got a quick little second, remember, drop the like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, share the video. If you guys want to become members of the channel, I am telling you, the last week of January, right around the time the first news drops for 2K25, we will be getting something delivered to our house. We will share it on stream. I will show you guys. And later in the year, you guys will be fighting in a tournament for that thing. It'll be a different thing, but it'll be that thing. So, again, all the money goes right back into the channel. So, if you're a member of the channel, if you're dropping the super stickers, if you're doing all that money right back in the channel, bringing you guys better product. What is going on, Matahalalal? Welcome to the stream, and look at this! Sucking the energy out of Tiffany Stratton on the outside. Referee also on the outside of the ring, ready and in position. Tiffany trying to fight back, but you could see right there, after having the energy sucked out of her just a little bit slower, goes to put a move onto Witcher. Witcher, though, able to beat her to the punch, and then delivers a pile driver on the outside, and now driving the knees into the head of Tiffany Stratton. And we talk about this, you can see the concrete right there. So that is a very, very thin rubber pad. Not the place you want to be having your head driven into. Tiffany trying to return the favors right now, but Tiffany has got to get Tiffy time going, and if she does not, could be in a lot of trouble right here. But trying to fight back, trying to stay in control of the match. And look, in her case, you don't have to go fast, but you have to control the pacing of the match. You got to stay in control. I'm going to have to call you something. I'm going to have to call you Raj. What's going on, Raj? Medhalal. My mouth can't do it. I'm going to call you Raj. Rajwanti. Tiffy now setting up for it. Is this going to be it? Can she bring a world title back to the WWE? 1, 2, and Witcher kicking out in 2, but Witcher has got to get this turned around, and quick. The crowd want these ladies to fight forever, but I'm sure if you ask Tiffany or you ask the Witcher, neither one of them would want to be fighting forever against each other. This has been a very hard-fought match up to this point. Tiffy now going under, trying to get something. Pulls out a kendo stick. Witcher out of the way, but then takes it right to the scunion. Gets out of the way again and takes it one more time. And finally able to turn it around. Witch's Brew, this could be it. Is Tiffany gonna tap out? Referee right in position. But Witcher lets her up. Looked like she realized she was not going to tap out, and now goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Witcher will retain the WCW Women's Universal title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Women's World Champion, the Superstar, Tony the Witch Cox.
So now 2 for the WCW, 2 for the WWE, but all 3 titles that have been fought for so far tonight stay and come back to the WCW. So right now, the women of the WCW delivering what they needed to deliver to get the titles back. Can the men do the same? Last 3 matches of the evening coming up right now. we talk about like dream matches, and usually for me, when we're talking about dream matches, I look at the style of the two wrestlers. So when you look at the style of Jey Uso versus the style of Totes, there's a lot of times I can go in, I'd be like, no, Totes going to win this, or no, Totes going to lose this one. No, Jey Uso's going to win this one. No, Jey Uso's going to lose this one. This one, no idea. These two styles go together very, very well. Really hoping for a great match here tonight. But this is one of those matches just for a long time I have wanted to see.
Contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal $1 Million Championship.
So this is the title belt. Totes has been able to defend 11 times in a row, then lost the title, and now trying to get that streak going again. Already defending it. It says one time, but I think it's 2 times. Let me just look real quick. Let me go to the archives here. So I think maybe there's something we don't have written down. No, 1 time. So, being defended 1 time last time against Cody Rhodes. Now Jey Uso getting his shot at it here tonight. And looking back over the course of some of the WWE wrestlers that have had a shot at it, Goldberg has won it while in the WWE. Goldberg while in the WWE. Triple H lost. AJ Styles had a shot and lost. Dominic Mysterio had a shot and lost. Shawn Michaels had a shot and lost. Cody Rhodes had a shot and lost. And now Jey Uso getting his shot at trying to win and bring this title belt back home to the WWE. Will he be able to do it here tonight? Oh, yeah. Very interesting. That's true. Like, he could. But this is one of those things. In this particular show, it doesn't matter if you're in the WW or NWO. Doesn't matter if you're not in either or if you're in the corporate syndicate. Really, at the end of the day, all the wrestlers here tonight representing the WCW. So, bring it home, being able to keep these titles in the WCW just strengthens the WCW. If the WWE had them, keeping the titles in the WWE would just strengthen that organization. So, in order to get your hands on it, it's got to be in your organization first. So, probably everybody hoping Toes can at least hold on to it so that they can take it from them.
Introducing the challenger from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds. Main event, Jey Uso. And his opponent from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 258 pounds. The Universal $1 Million Champion, Frankie the Reaper Fingers.
So we know all the stuff that's happening. If you've watched the last couple of episodes, the Horsemen have this big fallout. You would have thought that Totes and Rowdy would just fight in the ring and that'd be the end of it. One wins and one loses. However, Totes goes out, becomes the brand new leader of the NWO, starts adding to the NWO. Rowdy must have caught wind of it because he starts the corporation. And before even the corporation really gets going, goes over, grabs JP from the syndicate, has a merger, and now they are the corporate syndicate. They start expanding, and there's still a couple people out there that we don't know if they're in or if they're not in. And then some people turning down both groups wanting, like in the case of Sentinel, turning down both groups saying, no, I am the foundation of the WCW, the greatest WCW world champion of all time. So it's almost like having three major factions, and then you even got the Wolf Pack that's out there, not part of the NWO, not the NWO Wolf Pack, the Wolf Pack led by Jakai and Witcher, very much smaller group, but still they're out there. So you still got some of the splinter factions that are out there, but the Horsemen and the Syndicate, the two strongest groups, no more. Right now, Horsemen are at half strength. They got Eagle Star, they still got Bama, but the NWO able to beat Bama for the television title. So lots of things up in the air, but Totes Ma Goats basically becoming the new Hogan. And look at the strength of Jey Uso. I've got to say it. Seeing Jay saw this one from earlier. You can't win the title on a countout. The title belt will not change hands on a countout. So getting Totes back in the ring, and Totes now trying to get it turned back around. Goes, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Jey Uso, it was a 2 count, but still kicking out. But is he going to tap? Referee blocking the face of Jey Uso, but Jey Uso not being let up by Totes, instead fights his way out of it, delivers a shot right to the top of the old noggin. And Jey Uso takes out the referee on accident. Referee grabbing his knee. Scarlett taking off that top turnbuckle pad, and really it went back to hurt Totes, but then Jay making a mistake, and instead of taking Totes out, takes the referee out. So then you got to wonder, is the referee going to maybe start leaning a little bit more towards Totes the way he calls the match? I'm telling you what, you did that to me if I was the referee. I'm going to be a little pissed off. I'm going to be calling the match the other way. You got a pin count. I'm going to be going slow. You're being pinned. I'm probably going faster. Try to knock me out, not having it. You know what I mean? Is this ref going to stay biased? And look, Totes finally says, why you keep throwing me into that turnbuckle pad? That hurts. And throws Jey Uso into it. I'm a little bit shocked, except for the fact that the referee has been on the ground. That the referee hasn't figured out the turnbuckle pad's missing. These guys have been throwing each other into it non-stop. I think he sees it now, but Totes blocks him. Huge cross body to the outside. And two Trailer Park guys went round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. What? Guess who's back? Back again. Totes is back. He just threw you right into a post. I don't know if that's his theme song, but it feels like it could be. You know what I mean? If Frankie Two Fingers was to guess, that would have been Totes' theme song right there. And again, Totes doesn't care. Now he threw him back in, but at the end of the day, he doesn't care if there's a count out because he's the champion. Now Totes throws him back in, though. Oh, went for the extraction. Uso saw it coming, hits him with a spear, grabs the leg. 1, 2. And Totes finding a way to kick out. That's the other thing. Just 2 days earlier, Totes able to win an absolutely 3-on-1 brutal match. He wins, but then at what cost? Is it going to cost him the title here tonight? Like, I would not have been shocked had that pin gone down, because his stamina has got to be way down after that match. But look, if you're holding one of these title belts, one of these Universal title belts, champions have got to fight. And that is exactly what he's trying to do. Looked like he was going to get smashed into the ground, but instead grabs Jey Uso, hits him in the head, bulldogs him, and now these two guys standing, and you can see exactly how tired they are. They are throwing everything behind every single punch, but it is absolutely taking its toll on both men. And when does it stop? That's what you got to ask yourself. When is this going to stop? And Totes tried to stop it right there, but Jey not having it either. Neither man willing to back off. And Totes finds a way, DDT, to come out a little bit on top of it. But at what cost again? How much can he possibly have? Apparently enough.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal $1 Million Champion.
Oh.
The Reaper Finger.
Totes McGoach, you can see, never had the greatest attitude, but look, looking right at the camera, letting you know, no, that's his title. Telling the referee to get out of the ring, let him have his moment, and playing it up to the crowd. Little tribute to the godfather of the New World Order. Letting him see all the tattoos, but able to bring home that title belt. So now up 3-2. Can they go on and continue winning these matches? We're going to find out here very shortly. Now, we just saw the New World Order, the leader of the New World Order, retain his title belt. Can the corporate syndicate come in against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? They just recently won these title belts to take them away from the to take them away from the WCW. Can the corporate syndicate bring the title belts back to the WCW? Vipiro and Zach Hamilton gonna have their shot right now. It's one thing I noticed that I haven't quite fixed yet. All the individuals I fixed, but I haven't quite fixed all the teams' Titantrons. But JP bringing out fellow corporate syndicate members, and haven't heard from Rowdy, but I have heard through the grapevine that if Rowdy's the leader, he is named Bret Hart his top advisor, and JP the vice president, the VP of the syndicate. They do. I like the whole idea behind it. Whoa! They're worried that maybe they're not going to get hit hard enough, so the headbangers coming out, banging each other's heads, getting ready for the match. and bringing down the Universal Tag Team title belts as well. Those tag team title belts on the line here tonight. That is going to be the thing. Understand there will always be 7 matches in the next one. The first match will be 8 women, and it will rotate between the women and the men. But always the 6 Universal title belts will be on the line in the Monday Night War arena. Oh yeah, everybody's got tear-off pants in the corporate syndicate. They don't go half, you know what I'm saying? They go hard.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 405 pounds, the Syndicate, and their opponents at a combined weight of 488 pounds, the Universal World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Thrasher and Mosh, the Headbangers.
That's very true. JP, especially in the WCW, doesn't exactly have the best track record when it comes to loyalty. Referee letting everybody know that the Universal Tag Team title belts are on the line. But look, at the end of the day, you got to think the corporate syndicate has corporate backing, so they got money. They ain't worried about getting any very good-looking, like, tearaway business pants, you know what I mean? So right off the bat, Headbangers trying to get in control of this match. Now, if you watch their last match, they were not in control of it most of the time. They were actually getting whooped most of the time, but because of their hardcore style of wrestling, able to withstand a lot, and I mean a lot of offense, and then come away with the victory. And they didn't just beat anybody. This was right at the start of the rift between Rowdy and Totes. They beat Rowdy and Totes, while Rowdy and Totes, yeah, they might have bet at some odds and some ends, but they're still both obviously really hard hitters. So able to beat them, able to come away with the pin. So that's one of those things where you really got to watch out, because it's going to take something a little bit more. And look at that, JP getting up there, taking off that top turnbuckle pad. Vampiro immediately seeing it, going over, getting Zach pinned in, getting in the way, but not in the way enough. It looked like Zach was going to come out on top of that, but Thrasher able to go through, get around the distraction put on there by Vampiro, and stay in control of the match. Now Mosh getting into the match. JP looking like he's over there giving Vampiro some advice. Mosh getting all kinds of fired up. And right now, probably not used, but he sees it too. Like he wasn't in the ring when it happened, so he was able to see what was going on. And then turns around, uses that against Zach Hamilton. Yeah, that's a story I tell people a lot of times. People are like, oh my God, snakes are so cute. But I'm like, look, I remember the story of finding an injured snake and bringing the snake home, nursing it back to health, feeding it, doing all the stuff, and then the snake turns around and bites you, and you're like, hey, why'd you bite me? I did all these things for you. I helped you. Like when you were on your deathbed, I brought you back. Nobody else was helping you. Why did you bite me? And he goes, because I'm a snake. It's one of the words I live by right there. Like, why did you do what you did? Well, you shouldn't have known why. So Zach able to slow down. Looked like he slowed down Thrasher, kind of had him distracted, but Thrasher seems to be just a little bit faster right now somehow. You know, speed-wise he's not faster, so just getting the moves in a little bit faster. Whoa! And then making a mistake right there. One of the mistakes that you kind of expect the headbangers to make. Headbangers, you know, you look at the hardcore style wrestling that they do, you expect there to be some mistakes that get made based on that. So it looked like he was going to go over and get things going with the crowd. Get the crowd all fired up, get them into it. Vipiro now able to take advantage of this, and look at this. He's got the moves like Jagger. Sweep the leg, Danielson. And Vipiro back in control, and this is what the headbangers don't need. Yeah, they can take a beating, but I'm going to tell you right now, Vipiro's got about 6 different ways he can beat you, and he will definitely use them to beat you. What is going on? Raymond R. Jones, welcome to the stream. Zach Hamilton now and staying in control of the match. And look, this is exactly what needs to happen. If you can let these guys get going, and that's the thing, being in the ring, you got to think that if I was the headbangers, I would want to get these guys outside of the ring, because these guys are going to take it off the top rope, off the bottom rope, the middle rope, off the top turnbuckle pad, the middle turnbuckle pad. They're going to use that ring in varying ways. All of them not good for you. So you would think that hardcore style wrestling, they would want to be on the outside of the ring, but that is not what has been going on so far. And right now you got to think, so far Thrasher kind of the MVP of what is happening in the ring right now. Oh, you didn't know? Hooks the leg. And only a 1 count. Look at JP getting involved. The VP himself getting involved. Thrasher talking it up with JP. Zach able now to get back to his feet, but just too heavy. And remember this, Zach Hamilton and Vipiro, both cruiserweights. So while that speed, a definite advantage, there's also something to be said for the hardcore headbanger style that the headbangers bring to the table as well. And so you look at it a lot of times, if the other team has a lot of power, maybe they can power through some of that stuff. Maybe they can figure it out and do it that way. That the cruiserweight style is a lot of moves, and it's fast moves, and it is doing this and it is doing that. And sometimes it takes more moves than you're going to have when you're fighting against that kind of a style. So now it looks like Zach might have been split open right there on that move into the side. Mosh keeping him into the side. And Mosh probably the wrestler right now with the most stamina, the freshest wrestler in this match. The corporate syndicate has got to find a way to either beat him down, or once he gets back out of that match, keep Thrasher in it and not let Thrasher out of the match. Again, WCW with a chance here tonight to bring back. They've already brought back the Women's Divas title. They retained the Women's Tag Team titles. They retained the Women's World title, and they've retained the Universal $1 Million Championship. But having a shot here tonight to bring back home the Universal World Tag Team title belts. The Corporate Syndicate getting that shot, and here we go. Double team, and nothing good can come from that. Going now for the pin. 2. And how did he kick out of it? I was going to be like, Vipiro, why aren't you getting in there to break this up? But they must be talking. They must know. Zach now trying to fight back. Trying to get back in this match, but Mosh stops him and takes him back down to the ground. What is going on? Pretty Deadly, welcome to the stream. No worries. At least you're here, you know what I mean? It's all you can hope for sometimes. Glad to have you in the stream right now. This is an arena that we are going to fight in every couple of weeks. 2 times a month. We will. Two times a month in the game. We will fight in this arena. This will be the WCW versus the WWE in the Monday Night Wrestling Wars. Or the Monday Night Wars. We will... The next time, too, I thought I'd have fixed the arena, but I haven't. So, close enough right now for government work. It'll look very similar. But look! At the end of the day, you can't change the belts. And look, JP get involved again. Mosh saw him coming, however, gets out of the way and whips Hamilton back into the corner. And I'm going to tell you, at this point, Hamilton has got to find a way to get Vipiro tagged in. Oh! Double team move broken up by Zach Hamilton. Can Zach now get over? Can Zapata get out of the way? And he gets Vipiro tagged in. Vipiro, because of the referee, did not see Mosh. Didn't think he was so close, but look at this. Zach talking a little trash to Mosh. Mosh able to get Vipiro back in control, and here it is. It is the Constrictor. Zapata, for the first time, actually in position relatively quickly. Mosh able to fight out of it, though, getting broken up by Thrasher. And now going after Vipiro, but look at that. Mosh is like, whew. At one point thought he was the freshest wrestler in this, but now Vipiro's quickness coming into effect. And Thrasher, now that we've gotten a little bit deeper into this match, Thrasher slowing down a little bit, and that could be a problem for the Headbangers. One, two. Look at that. Should have been a 3 count, but the referee doesn't count the 3. Zach letting him know exactly what he thought about that. And almost hit a home run with Thrasher's head. I am shocked it is still on his shoulders. But Thrasher, it might not be the best place to hit Thrasher. What is going on, Jamar Games? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't know if hitting the Headbangers in the head is the best spot. What was that? What kind of a maneuver was that? Now putting Vipiro up, hooking that foot in around that top rope and choking him. Vipiro fighting, but Mosh stopping him from getting back over to the side, and now Vipiro fighting back. Swing and neck breaker. Oh, goes for a pin. 1, 2. And Vipiro, I think he was going to go get Zach tagged back into the match, but then saw an opportunity. Mosh, though, squashing that opportunity, and now Vipiro crawling back over. Can he get him in? He does. Zach back in the match. And look at this. Jumping Bulldog. And you look at the mistake that might have been made right there. Mosh playing it up to the crowd. Did not realize the tag had just happened. But here it is. You know, the funny thing is, we look and yeah, I'm saying it's a 3 count. You're saying it's a 3 count. But we do not employ, nor does the WWE employ these referees. They are independent referees, so no way to really police what they're doing. And now Zach getting fired up, waiting on Mosh. Gets him in, flips him around. Will he go for the pin? No, getting distracted. And Thrasher able to take advantage of it. And a huge front slam right there back onto Zach. But Vipiro able to get in and break it up. Now Vipiro needing to get back to his corner. JP, look at this. JP doing JP things again. Giving Zach a chance. And Thrasher and JP talking it out. Vipiro talking a little trash, but Thrasher not happy with that. And now tags in Mosh. Zach trying to use as much of the time as he can to kind of regain. And look at this. Here we go. Mistake. Can he capitalize? 2 knees to the back. Calls Zach Hamilton in the morning. And now getting Vipiro in. Vipiro and Mosh. Mosh just hit Vipiro. Vipiro now getting ready to return some of these favors. Getting ready to give him some of the receipts that he got. 2, 3, and the WCW brings home the Universal World Tag Team titles. The corporate syndicate bringing home the Universal Tag Team titles, putting them back around their waist yet again. So struggling. But now under the leadership of Rowdy, under the tutelage of Bret Hart, and under the VP of JP, bringing home the Universal Tag Team title belts. Which now that brings us to the main event of the evening. The deal going on right now between Bret, the Hitman Hart, and Stone Cold Steve Austin with the World Universal title belt on the line.
Is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the Universal World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, no, you look at it, and I'm going to tell you right now, JP's not in your corner. JP's not slowing them down a little bit. I don't know that you bring them home. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But Universal World Champion Bret, the Hitman Hart, getting ready to put his title on the line here tonight. Now you hear the glass breaking. Stone Cold Steve Austin bringing it down to the ring. That was always one of those things, even though I was a WCW guy, that was one of those things that you knew what was about to happen when you heard the glass break. Something crazy was getting ready to happen. You had to tune in. You had to watch it. Now, the WCW bringing home, so far, all 5 title belts, bringing those title belts. And these have been hard-fought matches. Like, none of these are guaranteed. We don't know what's going to happen. But the WCW tonight able to bring home all the title belts. However, can Stone Cold Steve Austin bring home the men's Universal World title belt? It has been a long time. You can hear the crowd chanting for Austin.
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And his opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Universal World Heavyweight Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
So we have seen some absolutely epic matches between Bret the Hitman Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Will we see another one here tonight? Right now, Bret Hart getting off to that fast start. We saw Roman Reigns have it for 4 straight, and he was the one who set the initial record. But right now, Bret Hart has also defended it 4 straight times. If he can beat Austin here tonight, he will set the brand new title defense record for the Universal Men's Championship. But still, that is going to be a hard sell right there. That is going to be a hard road to hoe going up against the Texas Rattlesnake. Wait a minute. What is Jakai's music doing? We just saw Jakai win the Universal Money in the Bank briefcase, but here tonight, he is going to cash it in. So this just became a triple threat match. 1 pin will win it, and Stone Cold Steve Austin says he's not having it. Not having it at all. Bret Hart looking like he's doing something else. And look, if I'm the champion too, I might sit back, let the 2 challengers fight it out a little bit, wear each other out. But Stone Cold not having it. Stone Cold controlling this match up to this point, even with the tomfoolery of Jakai. What is going on, Iffy? Welcome to the stream. So we have seen a lot of emphasis being put on the New World Order. We have seen a lot of emphasis being put on the corporate syndicate, but still there is another faction that Jakai leads, the Wolfpack, not as big, that is also on the rise. We have seen Sentinel say he is not going to join any of the factions because he is the foundation. He is where the rubber meets the road. He is what the entire building is going to be built upon. He is the foundation of the WCW along with Paul the Thing. So we have seen all of that. But Jakai right now getting Stone Cold, now trying to get the pin. on Brett, but Stone Cold not letting it happen. Jakai right now, though, where we saw Stone Cold firmly in control of the ring, right now, Jakai firmly in control. But again, as fast as I can say it, gets turned right back around, and mayhem continues to break out. And Bret Hart tried the old hip toss on Jakai. Jakai somehow on the hip toss grabbed his head and then brought him down around, misses the super kick, however, and Bret Hart right back in doing things. Stone Cold tries to hit him with the stunner. Bret Hart stops him, turns it around on him. Sharpshooter incoming. Jakai on the outside, mad that he let something happen, but in time to break up the sharpshooter. Almost thought that he was going to let that get away from him a little bit. Almost thought he wasn't going to let it go, but instead able to get in the ring. The champion now rolls out of the ring, and that's a dangerous spot for the champion to be. You know, if I was sitting here and I was the champion in a triple threat match, I would not want this to happen. What if Jakai pins Steve Austin right now to win the title? And I lost my title, and it wasn't even me who lost it. Jakai trying to get Steve Austin to his feet. Bret Hart sees it coming, and Bret, maybe he hears what I'm saying, and he goes, yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen either. So trying to get in control of the match, but Jakai taking it off just about every surface he can fly off of. Two. And I got to tell you, like, you look at what kind of odds, and this is kind of what I mean. You kind of want this to be your leader. You got Jakai facing off against two of the greatest of all time. Two of the greatest in the ring. Now, he could have waited. And don't get me wrong, it's the Universal World title, so, like, it's always going to be some greats. But you're talking about Bret Hart and Steve Austin. That'd be like Roman Reigns and The Rock, and then you cash in your Money in the Bank hoping you're going to win. So this has got to be, jumping cutter. The king of the cutters, hitting Stone Cold with it, but Bret Hart able to break that up. Now, I thought maybe Jakai would have saw him coming, hit Steve Austin with the cutter, knock Bret Hart back to the ground, and then try to go for the pin. But not how it happened. Throws Jakai into it, and Steve Austin, big shoulder block right there. And maybe Bret Hart doesn't have to worry about not getting pinned. Thought we might have seen a stunner incoming, but instead, Austin throwing Bret Hart into the side. Jakai getting in now. But Steve Austin not having it. How is everybody out in the Bay of Iffy doing? Big shout out to Digital's fan club, the Jawboners. I can't wait to show you guys the thing that's going to come here. I even think I found another one. If this one works out, I think I found the ones that we're going to use moving forward. It'll be exciting. Very exciting things. And that's why I'm telling you, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. There it is. Could this be it? Bret Hart not on his feet. 1, 2. And somehow Bret Hart hears the crowd chanting, gets up, and Steve Austin just pissed off now. Not even happy about it. I don't know if you guys remember the iconic match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin. Did Steve Austin get his revenge? He did.
Here is your winner, and new, the Universal World Heavyweight Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Absolutely crazy. Bret's winning streak will stay at 4, but I don't know if you guys remember the iconic match where Stone Cold ends up passing out, doesn't tap out, ends up passing out in the center of the ring. Bret Hart had him locked in the sharpshooter, the blood just pouring down his head. But this is one of those things that I mean. Like if you're Bret Hart, you lose the match and you're not even the one that got pinned. Like that's got to be a tough pill to swallow at the end of the day. But Stone Cold Steve Austin winning the Universal World title belt for the first time. And that's one of those things that kind of legitimizes the world title or the Universal title belt. When you look at like the history of a title belt, if you're telling me that the WCW and the WWE can fight for the title belt and Steve Austin has never won it, you gotta be like, what's going on? So let's just run down the winners. Cody Rhodes, Totes McGoats, Rowdy Hunt, Totes McGoats, Goldberg, Boom. For those of you that have been around, you guys know who Boom is. Chris Jericho, Robbo, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Sting, Roman Reigns, Totes McGoats, Bret Hart, and now Steve Austin. So there are still some people missing off this, like you'd expect Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker. There's just people you'd expect to be on there that aren't on there. But don't get me wrong, plenty of time. People are definitely going to have their time. People are definitely going to have their shots. But guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Big night for WCW, but the biggest title belt in all the world going home to the WWE for the second time since the existence of the WCW. So again, they lost two of the belts, but then have the chance to bring home the largest title. So now one title on the WWE side, 5 titles on the WCW side. It was 4-2, now it's 5-1. But that one title, if it was going to be a 1, that would be the one that they'd want to win. So guys, appreciate everything that you guys have been doing. Happy to get in this episode. We may even have an episode tomorrow. That might be a thing as well. So we might be looking right back at Thursday Thunder and just important so you guys can kind of see. Let's look at the news real quick while we're doing this before we wrap things up completely. That way you can kind of see what I'm talking about. If we look at the news, let's just look. Steve Austin has won. Jakai used the Universal Money in the Bank. New Universal Champions. New women. Cody Rhodes suffered an injury through that, so Cody Rhodes has been injured. But if we look at the calendar, and I'm going to bring the calendar up just so you guys can kind of see how this falls into place. We have the Monday night and the Thursday night shows, obviously. They happen when they happen. The Tuesday on this calendar, the Tuesday and the Saturday shows are dark shows. And then every other week, we will televise a Monday Night War. And we will, the next time we show that arena, we will have the Monday Night War arena. In that, there's always going to be 7 matches. It's always going to be the WCW versus WWE talent, period. The only time, these are dark matches here, like every other time, right? We saw that one, so that'll be a dark one. And then we'll see this one. We have, I don't have it up here. We will have, you guys get to see something cool. We are going to have our next pay-per-view. Even though this is out of order, I get it. But when you guys see this arena, it's got to happen. There's no way around it. There's never not going to happen. So we're going to have what's called Fall Brawl. Right now, by all means, it shouldn't be Fall Brawl, right? We're in January. This should be a wintertime brawl. But is what it is. So we will be having Fall Brawl. happening right here. The Fall Brawl Arena is so cool. Like, when you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, that's how cool it is. Bam. We put in the host shows. Bam and bam. We put in the number of matches. Remember, always 12 for the pay-per-views. And I will set up the match tables later. But this gives you kind of an idea of how things go down in the calendar. So that'll be dark. So we have 2 Thunders left and 1 Monday Night Nitro and Fall Brawl. Again, we're going to be seeing some different people wrestle, but it should be interesting. We'll see what happens. So yeah, still some people to iron out on the corporate syndicate side. Still some people to iron out on the NWO side. Maybe one person, I don't know. So still some things. There's still some things around the corner. And what is WCW going to do when they weigh in on this? What is the likes of Sentinel and like Paul the Thing and some of the WCW wrestlers or some of the people that maybe they got burned by the NWO or by the corporate syndicate? Maybe they weren't allowed. Maybe they weren't picked and they wanted to be picked, but they weren't allowed to be, brought in or whatever. So who knows what is going to happen? All I can tell you is things are heating up and things are very exciting. And they're getting very exciting here in the WCW. But guys, that is going to do it for us here today. Remember, drop the likes on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. We're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff here coming up. And again, if you haven't seen the last 5 episodes, you need to go back. And I'm just guessing it's 5. It's like the last couple that were in December, like 1 or 2 in December, and then all the ones that have been in January. Go back, check them out. It is absolutely changing the face of what we're doing, and it is going to change what happens when we look at 2K25 and what is going to be going on there. I am already starting to finalize the roster. There are some people that we have in right now that haven't been around in a while. And they may not be around for a bit. You know what I mean? They may not be around for 2K25. Who knows? We know that the roster changes a lot. We have people that do want to get in that we don't have roster spots for right now. So, again, be active in the community. If you're watching this and you're a part of the WCW, you're one of the talents. Why aren't you in the Discord? Get in the Discord now. Stop screwing around. We have 78 something people in the Discord. We should have over 100 people. We should have about 150 at least in the Discord. Get in the Discord. If you need a link, send me a message and I will get the link over to you. But the link's pinned in this one right now. So if you're in here and you're not in the Discord, what are you doing with your life? But get involved in the community. If you're watching this later and you're supporting and you're dropping the likes and you're sharing, you just can't watch it live, that's fine. Things happen. But comment on the video. Let me know you saw it. Let me know you're still around. Let me know you're still enjoying it. You know what I mean? I've seen a couple people, and I just didn't announce that I released them, but I saw a couple people come in until I made the wrestler, and then they stopped showing up. Like, what? What are you doing? Don't stop showing up. Keep showing up. So, but guys, appreciate everything you guys do. So from everybody here to everybody out there, remember, if you got a chance, show some people some grace. I'm telling you, there's people out there in the world that need it right now. You watch the news. There are so many dumb things going on right now in the world. It's mind-boggling. But what's funny is some of it is starting to stop. Some of it is starting to get fixed. Some of it is slowing down a little bit. Give change a chance. Let's start coming together. Let's stop talking about coming together and let's start coming together. And not everything on the other side of what I believe. If my position was A and your position was B, not everything you're saying is dumb. Some of it's got to be, or I would believe it too. But not everything you're saying is dumb. And I think and vice versa. Not everything I'm saying is dumb. But I think what we got to do is we got to just show a little bit of grace, give some respect to some people, and again, come together. You don't have to believe everything everybody says. Like, somehow the world has made us believe that. It's also made people believe that sometimes you open your mouth and you don't think you're going to get punched in it. That's got to come back. If you believed you could get punched in your mouth, you'd probably stop saying so much stupid things. I probably would too. You know what I mean? We're in this together. But what I am saying is, I'm not always right. People aren't always right. You're not always right. Let's just realize that. There's always three sides to every story. Your side, their side, and the truth is somewhere. You know, that's a sliding scale on where that's at. Sometimes it's closer to them. Sometimes it's closer to you. If we could just realize that for a second, we're all humans. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to have our own beliefs. I think we'd be fine. Anyway, guys, love every single one of you. Appreciate everything you guys do for the channel. I cannot wait to show you what is going to happen. So excited. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. We're going to finally do it. I've talked about it a long time. We're going to do it this year. So, yeah. Keep tuning in. Remember, all the money goes back into doing the stuff, and I'm about to prove it to you guys. So it's exciting. Anyway, love you guys. And from all of us here at the Totes My Goats Wrestling Network to all of you out there, let's love one another a little bit more today. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace. Well, if you wanted to figure out how to bring me back, Sped, you figured it out. I don't even know what to say to that. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Love you, brother. Appreciate that. And that is far above and beyond the thing. So tomorrow, if we don't have a show, if we have a show, then I'm just going to do the show. But if we don't have a show, like if I can't pull that off, I will do the stream to match the goal. I will do the stream to show people how to set up their universe mode for real. We will set up a universe mode step by step. I will show you how to do it. I'll show you everything you need to do, and it'll be like a 2-3 hour stream. It'll be a creator stream on another level. But man, love you, appreciate that. It's huge, man. It's unreal. There's just things I want to do like so bad, and it's stuff like this that it's gonna let us do it. Like that's amazing. Love you guys. We will catch all of you in the next one. Peace.